Hello, living in Boulder vlog for June 25th, 2019, Tuesday, 4:54 p.m. Um, I think yesterday was like maybe in the afternoon or something. I didn't do it right away today because I was just busy working. I got too high yesterday. I was here eating on my things and I was like, oh, I need more. So I kept eating them, and next thing I know, I was just like, whoa, like way too high. Like I felt sick. And then I was kind of having trouble working, because my eyes were doing this. And then I think I finally passed out, and I didn't wake up until today. So, one thing, I think that's the reason that I quit eating weed. I forgot. But when you eat a lot of weed, then you get high, you get more sleep. You sleep more. Like it's the same thing like if you drink a lot of alcohol, eat a bunch of candy, you need more sleep. Same thing with eating the weed. So, yeah, I got up at like 7 or 8 or something, and don't remember what time I got to sleep. But I slept a lot, probably more than 8 hours. And yeah, and I was working a little bit, and then my mom called me, and then I went over to her house and did more gardening for a couple hours, and then came back here. She gave me a salad. And so yesterday, yeah, when I got up and I looked at my project, I was like, oh shit, I didn't do much yesterday. Yesterday, all I did, I think, was making um, fences, putting the fences on the 1800 house locations in my Atlantis, the area right outside of where the water is. And um, it looked like I only was halfway done or something when I looked at it. So I just busted my ass and then I finished it. All of the fences. I'm not going to cover the outside with the fences because it doesn't always line up and it doesn't work. So I, I'll just do the fences to separate the houses. So then, I finished it and then got into where I paste the images of the houses around all the areas to later trace it. So I have to trace, place 1800 and then trace 1800, but then I'm done. And then there's one, and of course at that point, this is the last I think big project with the actual city, because then I have to do some more touch-ups with details along the canals and the Central Island. I never finished the Central Island, but then I have to go in and um, work on the country of Atlantis. And I was kind of thinking in my head how I wanted it to do it. Because what I know is that there's a 1,850 meter kilometer, which is 1,000 stadia long, 185 meter wide canal that winded itself from the mountains into Atlantis. So I have to figure out a way to wind something that's that long on the island that I'm working with here, Andros. Current Andros Island are the mountains, and the part of under the water would be the actual island. But he said that there were canals that are 100 feet wide coming off the end, and that there were 60,000 lots of 100 stadia by, or 10 stadia by 10 stadia, which is 1.85 kilometers. So I think I want to figure out a way to illustrate that somehow. Like draw it in one line and then just make it a color and then do and make as many canals. Maybe I'll have each one connected with a canal, kind of like it's the Netherlands. And then that'd be cool. Then that could everybody could travel to this city by their own boat. um, and yeah, so I I was listening to just different things on the internet, different science stuff and history of science and yeah, AI and stuff like that. I was listening to one of those codexes of the Mayans because somebody was talking about it on a YouTube video. They're talking about the Martians and stuff and the Atlanteans, and they said that they described how Atlantis sank in this the Book of Troas, where I never found that. So, but yeah, and then today I actually just listened to the book of Romans on the New Testament. Just bouncing around. After I'm done with this video, I think maybe I'll watch like another history of science video or something. But I don't have the concentration, and I think I have a little bit too much stress. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I got to finish this as quickly as I can. When I'm like that, I have trouble listening to books being read to me, and it's better to just listen to people talking. So maybe that's what I'll do. But so tomorrow when I'm done, or tomorrow, like if I do a video in one day, like noon tomorrow, hopefully, yeah, by then I'll be done pasting all of the houses, and then we'll have started tracing them. And hopefully, yeah, by the end of tomorrow, because today's the 2 weeks into that Atlantis project, by tomorrow, end of tomorrow, I could be done with the houses. That would be cool. That'd be great. And then I could be get going on trying to do all the touch-ups, finish it up. Yeah, but I want to get done with the whole of Atlantis at least by Sunday. That'll be 2.5 weeks, you know, or by 1 week from now. Do it within 3 weeks. That'd be awesome. And then put it on my website for download and see what it looks like to download on the cell phone. That'll be amazing. Yeah, and then I can get going finally on the other Google Earth projects to then connect to my satellite. So, anyways, keep moving forward. Talk to you tomorrow.